What's up, my friends? It's Pierre from Florida Star Realty down here in beautiful South Florida. And a lot of y'all been contacting me and asking me, hey Pierre, besides having the money, how do I know if I'm really ready to buy a home? Well, today we're gonna be talking about that. Let's get into it. So if you wanna know if you're ready to buy a home, there are 3 categories you have to consider. The first category is credit score. The second category is job history. And the third category is debt to income ratio. Now, if all the boxes are checkmarked beside each category, then you know you're ready to buy a home. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna roughly go over each category to try to get an understanding. So the first category is credit. Now, if you're looking to go FHA, you need around a 580. If you're looking to go conventional, you need around a 640, okay? And what's the difference between the two? That's a whole different video in the future, but what I could do is give you the quick and dirty. With conventional, most of the time they take a stronger look at your credit. So even if you're just qualifying at 640, you might end up paying a higher interest rate and high insurance premiums. But with the flip side to that, if you're in the high 700s, 800s, they're gonna roll the red carpet and give you that presidential treatment, and you might end up paying a lower sweet interest rate and lower insurance premiums, okay? With FHA though, no matter how high your credit score is, you get the same low interest rate and the same type of insurance premiums, okay? And sometimes if you're at 640 and you qualify for conventional, sometimes it might make sense for you to go FHA just because you might get lower monthly payments. All right, category number 2 is job history. Now, the most perfect ideal situation is that you've been working at your job for the last 2 years or more. Perfect, you're good, you're golden. But let's say you've gotten a new job, but it's in the same industry. You're still good, you're still golden, okay? But let's say you've gotten a new job, but it's in a whole different industry. Well, what they might ask for is 6 months worth of pay stubs from your new job, and as long as your new job and your old job total 2 years of job history, you're good, you're still golden. That's a simple workaround. Let's say you've been working for a year though, and before that you've been going to school for a year or 2 or more, okay? What they might do is put together your schooling and your job, and if that equals 2 years, you're still good, you're still golden, okay? That's another simple workaround. Listen, if you have any questions about your job history, give me a call. Chances are there may be a workaround for you, okay? Because I know everybody's situation is different. All right, category number 3 is debt to income ratio. This is a big one, so you might want to take out a pen and paper and follow along with me. All right, debt to income ratio. How they calculate that is your debt divided by your gross income. Your gross income is what you make before they take out the taxes and the health benefits and all that stuff, okay? And if you're self-employed 1099, it's your net income. It's the money that you have claimed on your taxes, your average money you've claimed on your taxes for the last 2 years, okay? So debt, how do we calculate debt? Your debt is your minimum monthly payments plus your potential monthly mortgage payments. How do we find your minimum monthly payments? Your minimum monthly payments is stuff that shows up on your credit. And I'm not talking about your cell phone bill or utilities or anything like that. I'm talking about credit cards, a credit line, card note, stuff you co-sign for. That's why you gotta be careful who you co-sign for. Facts. So for example's sake, let's say you have a credit line and on that credit line you owe over $200,000, but your minimum monthly payment is $50. They're not gonna look at it and say, hey, they owe over $200,000. They're gonna look at that minimum monthly payment, which is $50, okay? And let's say you have a car note and you pay $250 a month, all right? So you take your $250 plus that minimum monthly payment of $50, and that will give you $300, and that will be your minimum monthly payment, okay? And let's say now you're online and you're looking around at different houses, you're using different mortgage calculators, and you found out the houses that you like, you can afford them for $1,200 a month. Now, in your mind, you got $1,200, so that's your potential mortgage payment, your monthly mortgage payment. So you added $1,200 plus your $300, that's $1,500. You just found your debt, which is your minimum monthly payment plus your potential mortgage payment, okay? Now, but debt to income is your debt divided by your gross income. You still need your gross income. So let's say you've been looking through your old pay stubs and you found out your gross income is $4,000 a month, okay? So you would take the $1,500, divide that by the $4,000, and that should give you 0.375, which is 37.5%, okay? And for FHA, I think the debt to income ratio is 43% maximum, and for conventional, most of the time it's 50% maximum. So you're good, and you found out you got room to play with, so maybe you can afford a higher monthly mortgage payment. And if you did these calculations and you realize that you're above the 43% debt to income ratio FHA or above the 50% debt to income ratio for conventional, there's a couple of things you might want to consider is that you might have to say, hey, let me pause for a little bit and work on my debt and bring that down a little bit, or let me consider a lower monthly mortgage payment, and I might have to start looking at houses that work with that type of budget. I know, listen, if you don't remember any of that, the mortgage person or the lender is gonna do it for you. But debt to income ratio is a good tool to know if you truly wanna know if you're ready. But that's why you got a realtor. Hey my friends, thank you for watching this video. And remember, if you're looking for a home in the South Florida area, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, give me a call. I could definitely help you out. And remember, my goal is your goal, which is getting you a home. Until next time, peace!